Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to Tolkiencraft II, The Labors of Valentine. In today's End of the Day tour, I'm going to show you, well, the start, or I guess it's not the total start, but the further development of my mob farm. Basically it started out because I decided I wanted to work on getting my draconic items, do the quests, get my armor, etc. And I realized that, let's open this here. So we did this, we killed the dragon, or my first dragon, turned in that quest, and then we got to here. Of course, we'd already made these, so turned in that quest. Now we're working on this, and I need a lot of nether cubes, which means my manual farm is not going to do anymore. So I have upgraded it. It's not finished yet. I still want to kind of make it a little nicer. I want to bring the other control over here. It's not yet. Right now we have, I've installed the grinder, the Draconic Evolution grinder, and I have an on-off switch with a light that goes on and off like that. So, and you come down, and if you want to kill them manually, you would turn that one off upstairs. And this here is the switch that controls whether or not they're able to spawn in the first place. And this is the one that I want to bring the control up front so that you can turn the switches there and then come down and do this, or walk off and do something else because it's all automatic. Alright, so I'm going to leave that running because I need wither skulls right now. So the part that I've added down here is I've installed a similar thing to what I had before in Season 2, or Season 1, sorry. I've got my vacuum hopper attaching to an ender tank for the experience, attaching to an ender chest for the items, and of course the hopper hawk, I did have it over here. I moved it over here so that it can also use the same ender chest. Right, so this ender chest is the black code. And that, I'll show you where that goes, as well as where the experience is going. But let's talk about one thing at a time. So you come upstairs, and we'll talk about that room in a second here. Comes over here to the black chest here, where it's pulled into the start of my mob bits collection system, which will eventually be connected to my AE system, but currently is not. So I don't have it all set up yet. There's still, like, these barrels don't have anything in them. This one doesn't have a retrieval node on it at all. And these things, with the next update, which you might already have yourself, we're putting that in, I believe. Greater Raider is going to be doing that on Tuesday, at least that's the current plan. This is from Brewcraft, which I think is being removed from the mod. Or mod pack, I should say. So those barrels will be empty after that. Right. So have we got any more? No, we still only have one skull. Dang it. And you might be wondering why I have the feathers and the eggs here. Well, that's because when I came down here to, with my first set of 3 skulls to fight the wither earlier, I opened this ender chest and it was full. It was full of eggs and feathers, because you can hear them from here. Just above here is my chickens in my farm, and apparently it's close enough that it was snagging them. And I had this higher up here because I was trying to avoid having it snag stuff from below, but now that's not really a concern. I might actually move it back down again, then I won't have the eggs and stuff being collected, but on the other hand, having some of the eggs and whatnot auto-collected by the same hopper hawk doesn't hurt anything, so might leave it there. Alrighty, so the experience is coming over here through the ender tank and is being collected in my experience array. Courtesy of Putzaroo, I have a bedrockium drum, which is fabulous. Thank you so much, Putsuru. Eventually I'll have to start making my own bedrockium drums because I haven't yet. People have always been very kind and given them to me, which is so wonderful. And saved me a lot of time. Alright, so this is a Signilium receiver, and I decided to upgrade to Signilium because it can pull from more than one source. So one thing that I didn't realize, and probably a lot of you do, let's look up a retriever, and I'm sure the same thing is true of servos. If you look up the servo, you can actually uses. You can actually upgrade them by applying ingot of the next level, which I didn't know. So that is awesome, actually, because it means they're not a waste of time like the old ones. You can just upgrade them when you can. So this one is pulling from both the lime experience tank that is connected down downstairs, as well as any overflow from this is going to go into the bedrockium drum. And upstairs is where I stand when I collect my own experience, and I just want to, get it out of me so I don't lose it should I die. But now we're going to have lots of experience, so that's not such a big issue. It's but to start with, I kind of needed every bit that I had, and I don't need that water there. Let's get that out of there. Right. So here's the chickens that I was talking about. It doesn't collect all of them. I think it's only collecting them, the ones that in this corner are the ones getting snagged, or the ones in the far corner. I'm not sure. There's a feather up there that it's not getting. Anyway, it's collecting some of them, but not all of them. But it was enough to fill the chest down there. So now this room. This room is for exploding my rather than fumbling around, I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. Oh, actually I missed showing you something. Alright, let me go show you that first because I think it's worth talking about. What I've done here is, rather than running a bunch of wire, I took an advanced energy transceiver and I connected it to my draconic battery. So this is pulling from the output energy pylon of my draconic battery. And if I hold the crystal wand, which I put away, you can see that it's doing that. And so this one is set to output and the other one is set to input, meaning that the energy is being input into this transceiver on that side, and it's being and it was received here and output into the machine that it's connected to. The reason that I didn't use the one that's a lesser one, it's not so much because I need the faster energy here, it's because it's over 25 blocks. This one will let you transfer energy 50 blocks through blocks. As you can see, it was going right through the blocks, it doesn't care, which is awesome. But because it was 10 blocks out of the range of the regular energy transceivers, I had to go to the more advanced one. And that's the only reason I'm using that here. Otherwise, I would use the lesser one for this particular purpose. But to save all the digging and the wiring, it is well worth it. Alright. So, the room. Right. This is for doing... where is the heart of a dragon? Oh, there you go, dragon heart. Right, so the ritual, in order to activate a dragon heart, you want to drop it on the ground and activate it with an explosion. Yes, the explosion in this room. That's why it's made out of obsidian. For the lighting, I've actually got a carpenter's block enhanced with glowstone, and then I've put obsidian on top of that, the bright obsidian block. And it seems to be impervious to the explosion. At least it hasn't been destroyed as of yet. So that's why it's not totally dark in here. And I'm still using 2 TNTs in order to explode the heart of a dragon. I have a tutorial well, I called it a highlight because that's what I call them. I don't tend to do formal tutorials. Heart. There it is. So, this is the heart that I throw on the ground. Anyway, that tutorial, it still applies. There is a change coming up, and I'm not sure which version it is, but you should be aware that it's upcoming. In the tutorial that I give, I use 2 pieces of TNT in order to activate the heart. It is being changed, so you only need 1. But using 2 it won't hurt anything because it won't destroy the heart. You don't have to worry about that. So if you're not sure if you have lots of TNT to spare, go ahead and experiment and see if the version that you currently have is the version that lets you do it. I think it's the latest version on the launcher as of today, which is March 3rd, or May 3rd, I should say. May 3rd. I believe it's in that version, but I can't swear to it. I just know that it is being changed, so you only need the 1 TNT. Oh, and also Draconium blocks and charged Draconium blocks, and I think Awakened ones as well. Although I can't see you. You'd have to be really rich to make a room out of Awakened Draconium blocks. But if you're that rich, hey, why not? But those 3 should all be impervious to explosions as well in the near future. So you will have more choices of what you would like to do with your room if you don't want to ward the room, which is what I didn't want to do here. So that's why the fancy room, just to create Awakened Draconium ingots in it. And that's why I wish they looked more like dragons. They're snakes, but, well, that's as close as I could get, I'm afraid. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's the last of the things that I wanted to show you that I did today. However, I did want to show you how the thaumcraft platform is looking now that the vines are pretty much all grown. I might do a little bit more tweaking, but ta-da! I'm really happy with how that's looking. Very bright, airy walls. Lots of breezes. And better yet, a curtain you can walk through. Alright, I think they've all grown. There was a few places that was missing, and I added them in. It looks like they've all grown down, so that's awesome. Unfortunately, because this is considered the same block space, I can't put them here and here. I had to choose which side to put them on. So I would have liked a solid curtain of them, but we can't have that. But altogether, I am actually really happy with how it came out. Cool. Alright guys, this is just my block choice. Don't just ignore that. That's not going to be there forever. So alright guys, thank you very much for watching this tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the stream sometime. You all take care now. Bye.